rather than a normal mail bag where we open all these up and pretty much do nothing with them, I'm going to open these up one at a time. So they'll go back into the box and then we'll open them up and we'll do something with them straight away. It's the Dirty Dozen Part 1. I'll just close my eyes and reach in, I guess. I'll just reach in randomly without closing my eyes, I guess. And I've got NE555. What? Why would I order an NE555? Ah, I know why I'd order an NE555 project. Because I made one of these. Ooh, all sorts of bits and pieces and some instructions. Let's get a little closer and have a look at particularly the comparison with my version. Yeah, there's going to be some soldering, so let's turn the soldering iron on. And using lead-free solder, so probably have to bump the temperature up a little bit for that. Let's go to the 330 mark and see what happens. Okay, so this kit is similar, I guess, to my kit. I don't know if I've got any of the original. Let me go find, see if I've got any of the original PCBs before they are populated. Yes, here it is. So this is the one that I designed, and I imagine it's pretty similar, but I don't really know till I get into it. We've got the NE555 here, and you don't have to use the NE555. Let me see what I've used here, because there's a couple of different variations which are a bit good, I think. This one is, can we read that? A TLC 555. And the TLC 555 is the low power CMOS version of the chip. And here, what I've done is I've put it in a little female headers in here, a socket, so you can just pop that in. And this one is unreadable. That is the, can I see that at all? Oh, that's just an NE555. Okay, that's fine. And I think I've also got some LMC 555s, which is also a CMOS version. And this one here is low power. This is the normal one. And the LCM one, I've got it around somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. That is the one that goes to 3 megahertz as opposed to the regular one, which I think is something like up to 2 megahertz. Yeah, so all different versions that you can put in here. And the one that they have sent through, presumably, is the basic. Yep, that is the NE555. Alrighty. And then what I've done in my design is that I've got, I've just put my components around here, but I've got a choice of 3 different SMD capacitors, and they're selected via this jumper here. And that sort of sets like a range, and then the fine tuning is done by a 10K pot here. And you've got various places that you can take a signal from. We should get a signal, I guess, and see what it looks like. Yeah, that seems to go okay. We can presumably speed it up. Yep, slow it down. And it will be determined also in a range by this jumper. So if we change the jumper to a different capacitor, that looks very slow. So let's go to the other end. Yeah, that looks very fast. I wonder if actually, we can just see it flickering there, if we can't put a little tiny oscilloscope on it and see if what the actual waveform looks like. It should be a lovely square wave. Yeah, that's a bit faster. Not sure that the camera is picking that up. The eye, I can still see a little bit of flickering with the naked eye. And we've got a 0.45 kilohertz, so 45 hertz presumably. Yeah, not sure why that's in kilohertz. That's a strange thing, but a lovely crisp square wave, and that's what we're looking for. Alrighty, let's have a look now at the actual kit and put that one together. That is the soldering iron on. Let's crank that up a little bit because we've got lead-free solder that I need to get through. I don't think I'll be buying it again, but you know. And I've got the fan on too, which is a bit loud, so let me just magically fix that. Hopefully be able to hear that a bit better. And let's have a look and see what we've got. We have some SMD parts. So maybe that's mine. That's a bit silly. That's not the kit. Throw that away. We have no SMD parts. We have the NE555, and hopefully we have been given a little cradle to put that in, so that's nice. I'm not sure that we'll start there though. We've got C3, we've got a C6. This looks like a C102. Is there anything on here that would help me? Yes, there is on the other side, maybe. 102, something. There's a 104. I'll lay these out and see if I can figure out which way they go in before I start soldering them in. Well, I think I've worked it out. Let's start with, this is a 1.5K resistor and should be an easy get because it's the only resistor, apart from the variables there, that's in the circuit. So let's start with that one and see how we go. If I can get my soldering iron unhooked from all the other wires around here. Whoa. All right, here we go. So the experiment with the the lead-free solder hasn't been fantastic. But I will continue to use up this roll. And I think I'll go back to leaded solder. It's just a bit of a pain, really. And do we have some... Oh, they're not the ones. Let's get some clippers. Here we go. You know, it's actually been a bit of a while since I've done this. If you look back at my last few videos, not a lot of soldering going on. So I'm really pleased to be back down here. It's actually snowing outside. You may find that strange for... what is it, the start of March in Australia, but we are in Tasmania. It's a bit special. I've got a 104, a 104, a 102, and there they are all lined up, so that's pretty good. But what goes in next? I think I will put in these little ceramic caps. So 104 and a 104 and a little 102. Let's do those next. So what are we going to use this thing for? Well, there's been some really interesting videos lately on the uses of 555 timers. For instance, there's a lovely one that's been done by, I think, a relatively new YouTuber called Crucial Lab. If you do search for Crucial Lab and 555 latching circuit, it's really good. And I'm definitely going to build that circuit at some stage. And he does such a lovely explanation of the whole thing as well. Well, that wasn't very smart. Let's try that. That's a bit better. Yeah, so there's a few new YouTubers out there lately, and they're doing some really, really good work. And it may well be that they've existed for a while and I wasn't aware of them. And maybe the algorithm is starting to behave itself. Boy, it's thrown up some weird stuff. I don't know how you guys are going with the algorithm, but I have found it very frustrating. In fact, you know, not to bite the hand that feeds me. Well, it doesn't feed me. That's ridiculous. But I'm struggling a little bit with the whole YouTube experience at the moment. I am finding some very strange videos, and I have to go hunting for the things that I'm subscribed to, which is strange. And the whole shorts thing isn't doing it for me, so that's not good. And I don't think my stuff's been recommended either, even, again, to people who are subscribed. So I don't know, you know, subscribe if you wish, but I just don't know that it's making much of a difference. Maybe the like button is the key, because I've never really done the, you know, smash the like button. And maybe that's it. I don't really know. I'm not monetized, and I've done all of this sort of stuff for my own, I wouldn't say fun, not really. I mean, the whole thing started because I just wanted to remember some stuff, and I thought if I make a video about it, I'll probably remember it. And plus I like making little videos. I've always done that as an educator because it's a powerful medium. I can remember doing that back in the 90s for students, making little videos of, throwing things around and then trying to measure whether the arc of that was a parabola or not. And you can do that pretty easily on video these days, very easily on video. I suppose I should have checked to see if this was straight before I did a few more legs. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not bad. It's fine. It's good. Yeah, so using a 555 for a quick latching circuit is good. And I'm assuming that's astable mode, whereas this will be, monostable mode, whereas this will be astable. I hope I've got those right way around. Basically, one is a one shot and one blinks. And this one looks like the blinky one, just like mine. Okay, good. Let's put the caps in now. The other thing that we could do is I'm really keen to do a flasher, a particular type of flasher, which I've sort of done before. This is the one, is it one? Yeah, 1UF, and that's C6. C6. It doesn't really have whether it's a C6 or not. Well, it might do, but not that I can read. But there is a... this is 1032. What is that? There's 100 UF. Oh, the 103. Okay, yep. They're the pots. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, just rambling here. So this goes in here. Yeah, the particular type of flasher that I was interested in, I went to Phillip Island to watch the World Superbikes. And if you're a Twitter follower of mine, you would have seen some tweets with these insane people going past very quickly around the 330 kilometre an hour mark on the main straight, which I think is around the 900 metres long. That is insane. And I love it. It's a strange... juxtaposition of things that I like, I suppose. That's weird. This one goes that way, and this one goes this way. Why would they do that? Anyway, it is what it is. But while I was there, I noticed the safety car, because I have had a ride in that safety car. I've done a hot lap of Phillip Island in the safety car many years ago. Went to the MotoGP in 2009 as a marshal, and got to have a hot lap in the safety car. And one of the things I noticed about the safety car this time was that it had some pretty cool flashing lights at the top, sort of like police lights, really, but not quite. And I have done a police light video, but I haven't done one where it's just, in this case, it was just red. Well, that's awful soldering. Can I blame it on the solder? I think I will. And I think I've missed one as well. Oh, I hope you're not getting too much hair in the shot there. Do editing later on. Edit the hair out. There we go. Yep, and I have missed one over here. Yes, so that would be one option too, except that requires two 5.5 timers. And I do have some 5.56s, which is the two 5.5 timers in the one package. So I will save that. And if you want to see me trying to emulate a safety car flasher using a 5.56, please leave a comment. And yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. In fact, even if you don't leave a comment, I'll do it. Because I find that sort of thing pretty fascinating. Trying to make something which may be microcontroller based, but doing it with a 5.5 or a 5.56 would be pretty interesting. Great Scott also recently used a 555 circuit to debunk the desulfonator. Great word, isn't it? Desulfonator would be good for a hero or an anti-hero, perhaps, in a Marvel movie. The desulfonator. this is not going well. And that is for, allegedly, for a battery, a lead-acid battery that has reached its end of life. And instead of recycling it and doing all the same things, you hook up a 555 timer to it and magically get your battery back. Doesn't work, but that doesn't stop people from both making commercial versions of these circuits, which you can buy online, and also kits, and also a large number of people doing videos about these circuits and how to rejuvenate your lead-acid battery. So that's another possibility for a 555 circuit, is a non-working desulfonator, which I'm not that interested in. Great video though. Well, Great Scott always does great videos. So props to that guy. He's been around a while, and it's just superb. His stuff, just superb. If you're not into Great Scott, then do it. I'll leave a link to his debunking desulfonator, and you can have a look at. He's very thorough. He is very thorough in his work. Not so happy with the fact that that's not lined up, but I'll just have to be triggered in the same way that the 555 is triggered. What else have we got here? It looks like we've got a little LED. But yeah, so the final thing that I was interested in making was just recently also, all these 555s have come up. Even Pile of Stuff has done a recent 555 video. I think that's negative that way. And it is not. What is going on with this? Is this busted? Oh no, here we go. It's my tester. I thought it was around the right way. So short leg is ground. But look at that. Dodgy as. Anywho, yes. So Pile of Stuff has done one recently on a 555. A couple of them actually. So yeah, a bit of a resurgence in the old YouTube lately. But the one that I'm really interested in doing comes from Ben Eater. And it sort of ties in with another project which I've had, and that project is to do with voltage doubling. Now, I'm not going to actually end up using it because of the efficiencies or lack of involved, but I was just mucking around with the idea of doing a voltage doubler in a solar circuit. It won't work, I don't think. I mean, I haven't completely closed the door on that, but yeah, I don't think it's going to work. But just the whole idea of voltage doubling, and I was just sailing along, just enjoying my life, and lo and behold, Ben Eater, he does a video about, which way around should this be? I reckon that way around. He does a video, yeah, that's perfect, about a voltage doubling circuit, a charge pump circuit. And Ben Eater's style, if you've not seen Ben, it is absolutely superb. He is the teacher's teacher. He is just magnificent, the way he goes about. And if you look in his comments, there's always comments from people saying, man, I did like 4 years of computer science and didn't learn anything, and I watched a 20-minute video from you and it all makes sense. And that's Ben. That's how he rolls. Yeah, that's all right. And so and again, like I know the theory of charge pump, and I've, certainly employed them in commercial modules or whatever. And so that's very interesting. But Ben goes right back to basics and then brings it forward. And it is just a very good piece of work that he's done there on how charge pump circuits work with a 555 at the heart of it. So, this could be very interesting. Try not to burn the fingers. I think we're nearly there. That's pretty cool. That's a quick build. So, that's what I'm going to use this one for. I think I'm going to use it to make 9 volts into 18 volts using Ben's ideas. Yep, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'll certainly... I might save that, maybe not for another video. Well, first we'll see if this one flashes, and if it does, and we've still got enough time, I don't know how long I've been rambling, then we'll use the same thing in a quick little video. All these Dirty Dozens ideally should be quick. This one isn't. The idea is to have a quick look at what did I order that night, the 12 things that I ordered, and just show them working. That's it. So, and I was really curious about this one because it looks like almost an exact copy of the design that I copied to make mine, you know, complete with the little jumpers to change the range of the 555. Well, there's not much left. There's just put the thing in the socket, turn it on, and go for it. So we've got power, ground, and out. That is so similar. We've got ground, and we've got power, and we've got signal. On this side, we've got ground and VCC, but it's such a similar design. I've got a power light and I've got a signal light. This one I don't know whether it's power or signal. I guess we'll know when we put power on it and fire it up. Let's do that. Well, the red LED turned blue because if you were yelling at the screen, yes, I did put it in the wrong way. So I've extracted that and put a blue one in, which I prefer anyway. Blue's nice. So we've just got that kicking along on the lowest setting, which you can affect also with these pots. So we can alter, I'm not sure we can see that as we go. It's a little dodgy, but it does change. And then we'll just go to a faster setting. And we should be able to see maybe this one pick it up. Yeah, it's not real happy with that, isn't it? Mind you, the settings that I've got here, oh yes, I can see that. Yeah, look, I'm not entirely happy with this circuit. I mean, that's not a very nice signal, is it? It's just a bit noisy. And my version, not to sort of put too fine a point on it, but it doesn't have all that noise down the bottom here, which is awful. This is 115 hertz, 0.114 kilohertz. Look at how noisy that guy is. Don't know why. Haven't really designed this circuit or analyzed it. Let's go a bit higher and see if we can get a cleaner signal. Auto. It still looks awful. Yeah, look at how noisy that is. What is that? 3.2 kilohertz. Let's wind it up a little bit. And we've got 3.44 kilohertz, but noisy as anything. Yucks. Don't like that circuit. Love that guy. That's the circuit sort of working for the week. See you next time we do the Dirty Dozen. Leave the comments below. Catch you then.